So today we're talking about rabbit breeds with extreme traits like floppy ears and flat faces. Lop rabbits are mostly known for their adorable floppy ears, but did you know that these decorative ears also make them prone to ear infections? That's because the shape of their ear canals restricts the airflow and traps debris inside, which can lead to inflammation, which can lead to infection. Middle and inner ear infections are very serious and they require invasive surgery to widen the opening of their ears closer to their skulls. This procedure doesn't guarantee a cure and it does come with risks including potential facial paralysis and even ears healing completely shut. The ears healing shut thing is only something I learned about very recently from Blanco Bun on Instagram. She had an ear infection and her owner was doing a great job managing it medically for a while, but eventually she did go ahead with the surgery. Unfortunately for Blanco, the ear canal healed completely shut, so there is still more pus inside that now can't get out, and now she can't hear properly, so they have to get another procedure to open that up again, get the infected pus out, and hope that it heals properly. But ears aren't the only issues that lops face. Depending on the breeder, they may also be bred to have shorter, flatter faces, and this is known as brachycephaly. Now, this is done for basically just cosmetic purposes because it looks cuter, but the unnatural skull shape can result in breathing problems, eye problems, and most importantly, dental problems. Teeth are so important and they never stop growing in rabbits. A shortened jaw can make it harder for the teeth to grow in straight, which results in malocclusion, which is where the teeth don't line up properly. And if the teeth don't line up properly, they're going to have a bit of trouble eating, their teeth aren't going to wear down evenly, and they can get overgrown. And that overgrowth can make it even harder for them to eat, which can lead to things like gut stasis. And it can also lead to abscesses, which are very painful pus-filled lumps. Tooth root abscesses are tricky to treat because pus in rabbits is solid, so you can't just drain it out. It has to be cut out surgically, and then the infected teeth need to be removed and the infected bone needs to be cut away. Now, if you ever felt a bunny's jaw or their skull in general, it's so small and delicate. So you imagine if you're cutting away infected bone, it's not really going to leave much left, and then that puts them at risk of jaw fractures. But when the bone is infected, you just have to take that risk. And I just went through that whole ordeal for the past 3 months with Turbo. He had a couple abscesses on his jaw. They were very swollen, very painful for him. He couldn't eat and had to get those cut out. And they didn't heal very well. So we had to get a second surgery to take away more infected bone. So that cost me over $10,000 and it was very stressful for us, for Turbo. So it's a very big deal. Another issue I rarely see talked about is their skin. Lop rabbits have these compact bodies and tend to have excess skin, especially around the bum area. Some people actually call it a butt skirt. The problem with this extra skin is because it hangs lower, closer to the ground, it's more likely to get soiled. And because lops have those compact bodies, they're also more prone to being a bit on the chunkier side. It can be difficult for them to groom themselves properly, so they'll have soiled fur, which is not good for them, not good for your home. It puts them at risk of fly strike, which is where flies lay eggs in soiled fur. So that's another very dangerous thing. And that is just something that is becoming part of the breed. You know, the floppy ears, the flatter faces, the extra skin. And lops aren't the only breeds with these issues. Netherland dwarves and lionheads also tend to be brachycephalic. There are other breeds that also tend to have extra skin. Of course, not every lop or brachycephalic rabbit is going to have health problems, and not every healthy breed is going to be immune to them. But I feel like the rates of incidence are so much higher in these breeds because they are so popular. So it attracts inexperienced breeders who don't actually know what they're doing. How many rabbit breeders do you know that actually breed for health outcomes instead of looks? How many of them actually track the health of their bunnies throughout their lifetime, including the ones that they've sold, so that they know which ones have issues and shouldn't be bred? So many breeders claim to be good or ethical, but unless they're actively working to improve the breed, they're just contributing to the ongoing issue of abandoned rabbits that need homes. I know this topic opens a huge can of worms when it comes to animal welfare, ethics, and morals, and I'm not claiming to have the answers on how to fix any of that because it is very complicated. The goal of this video wasn't to shame anyone or make anyone feel bad about a bunny that they've already purchased. The goal is simply to help any potential new owners make an informed choice when it comes to picking out their next bunny. Remember, just because they are small and relatively cheap doesn't make them easy to care for or disposable. They are not just for Christmas or just Easter. They are a 10-year responsibility that you need to be prepared for. And for those who are thinking of getting one of these breeds with extreme traits, to consider adopting it from a rescue rather than potentially supporting an unethical breeder. And that's the end of my rant. I hope it wasn't too ranty. It's a pretty serious topic, so it's kind of hard to keep it light. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did find it informative, and I promise my next video will be more on the fun side. So yeah, thanks, bye.